final guest speaker this morning is Chris Popel from Häfele, who will be speaking about everything lighting and its importance in including it in a design. Chris has been immersed in the woodworking and manufacturing industry for 20 years, bringing his expertise to Häfele in 2022. As an account manager, he collaborates with manufacturers, designers, contractors, and project stakeholders to find solutions and drive creative quality throughout. Chris's passion for the industry comes from his upbringing in a family-owned millwork business where he gained experience in every aspect of the trade, from machine operation to assembly, installation, and management. He brings this hands-on background and years of craftsmanship to Häfele, delivering both expertise and quality hardware to his clients. Please welcome Chris Popel to the stage.
We're going to start off today with a quick little video. Have heat, sound, gravity. 3 elements that we interact with every single day of our lives. But light is the only element that we can actually see with our eyes. Again, my name is Chris Popel. I'm an account manager with Häfele Canada here in the Prairies, and I have the privilege of working with a company such as Decor, and it's an honor to be here with you guys today. In 30 minutes or less today, what I want to do is demystify lighting, to hopefully inspire each and every one of you to either include lighting, if you're not already, or to include more. How can we push the limits, continue to innovate on where we use the light, why we use the light, maybe even how we use that light to reach its full potential. So light is one of the large fundamental aspects of life. And what I mean by that is, let's look at the sun. right? The sun is a great big light. And what does it do? It signifies maybe the morning time when we wake up. Might signify what we're going to wear for the day and how we're going to feel. It also reminds us as we get later into the day when it's time to settle down, when to throw on our pajamas, when to finally crawl into bed. The psychology of light is quite fascinating in how it can really affect our mood, either increase or decrease productivity, whether it be at home, in the office, and our overall well-being. Light also plays a significant role in design and how we bring it to life in our design. Light can control depth and dimension. Expertly placed lighting by people such as yourselves can truly bring a project to life. To add dimension, create cozy, cold, clean spots, and really highlight the amazing cabinetry that we receive from Decor. So some say lighting is the most important element in design. That is from the art of interior designs. So when we are sitting down with our customer or our client, and we're looking at incorporating light into their home, are we working all the way through our color palette choice, our design, and saying, would you like light with that? Like we're asking them for a large fry, a large Coke at McDonald's. Or could we bring light into the start of the process, saying, as I'm working and curating a design for you and your home, would you like me to incorporate light so it can work with you on your day-to-day, on an occasion, so it can grow with you through your emotional timeline throughout the year? You know, whether you're at your highs or your lows, light can always be there. Maybe it can almost be, your best friend. So a few things to consider when planning lighting for someone's home or even for your own. Visibility. What do we want to see? Are we looking for our natural stone top and we want to highlight some veins that are in there? The mood. What kind of mood do we want to present with that lighting? Are we using a tunable light to have that mood change throughout the day or throughout our emotions? A revelation of form. We can use light to create depth, dimension, make a room feel big, make it feel small, make that room feel clean, cold, and crisp, or we can make that room feel warm, inviting, welcoming. And all this is actually within our control, utilizing light to its full potential. So we're going to use light more than a feature, maybe even more than just an accessory, but as a valuable tool that we can use in our home. Light has the ability to manipulate space itself. Light also plays a role in our mental health. I think that's a big one that we've all kind of chatted about getting out of COVID, but if we look at our circadian rhythm and how light plays a role with that, I reference the sun. I got a 3.5-month-old daughter at home right now, and I can tell the circadian rhythm and how I utilize light at home right now is what allowed me to wake up this morning. So we are in the very early stages of seeing light in every single piece of furniture, whether that be within our kitchen, within our bedroom, closet, even down to our sofa and our love seat in our family rooms. If we remember back 30 years ago or longer, the curio cabinet business, they all used to have that one little spotlight in the top that would shine on your unused, crystal and stemware. So lighting isn't new. It's been around for a long, long time. But what Häfele has engineered and manufactured and put in place is a system that has taken lighting to the next level, but has taken out the complexity behind it. So we want to look at lighting applications. So here we see clean white kitchen, handleless. Looks like we got some Gola handles in there. Inviting, clean. If we go to the next picture here, what do we see? We see light being utilized to its full potential. Toe kick lighting for safety, under countertop lighting for ambience, in drawer lighting to serve a purpose, a task. We're looking for something in a dark area. Upper cabinet spotlights, linear lighting underneath the upper cabinets. Light can go anywhere. So if we want to go back to the last picture, what do we see? What do we notice between the two pictures? They're the exact same kitchen, but we transformed it using light. Here we got a white kitchen. Now here we have a warm, inviting, almost cream colored light. So the power of lighting is not just to throw something in there. Each piece of lighting and where it's placed and presented, whether it's puck or strip, serves a purpose that can influence how we perceive things. So I think we got to think about how the effort that we put into the style and the design behind our kitchen. I'd say, are you or are we currently putting in that same effort into how we utilize lighting in our projects? I'll let you think about that one for a second. So light is the future of design. It's exciting, it's dynamic. Lighting can move, it can move with you, it can change. And with tech advancements continuing to move and progress forward, and I say lighting is me in every piece of furniture. If we want to look at the automotive industry, probably started off with a window that didn't go down, and then we got into roll windows, and now good luck if you can find one with a crank window. And that's where we're going to go with lighting. So we are solely responsible for that innovation. So I want to challenge each and every one of you to start including lighting, find a different spot that we can use it, whether it be a puck or a strip, above the cabinet, below, for whatever purpose you're looking to serve. I like to say, no regrets. In all my time with Häfele and across Canada and talking with, Decor, seldomly, if ever, has anyone ever regretted putting light in their kitchens? Think about that again. Seldomly, if ever, has anyone ever regretted putting light in their kitchen? Sounds like an easy upsell if we want to look at it that way, but we're not going to be steering customers into something that they're not going to want at the end of the day. If anything, we want to get in there and show them and tell them and educate them on the benefits and not just present it as it's just light, because it's much more than that. So now that we know light is the future, what do we do? What's in it for me? I think that's a question for all of you. But, first thing is our customer at the end of the day. Are we going to have a happier customer? Are we going to be able to put more money in our pockets at the end of the day? And I think that's why we all work. So we can go home and put food on the tables, so we can employ more people, so we can increase the amount of projects that we do every single year, so we can open up a second location. Bringing light into your design portfolio gives you that greater exposure, maybe a larger client base. So our system. So reality now that we're inspired. This is our Häfele look system. Let's call it in a nutshell. I like to say, as Michael Jackson famously once said, it is easy as 1, 2, 3. So what we do is we have a supply driver. We're using a low voltage 12 volt system designed and manufactured for woodworkers. We have a driver, which is going to be our main power source that plugs directly into a wall outlet. From there, that power moves on to our distributor, which, whether we're going to go with our smart options, and it doesn't matter if we're going to use spotlight, linear light, this distributes that power to wherever we need to go through our kitchen. And the end result is illumination. We get light. Small diagram on how it all works. So again, we have power source, distributor, going into our leads. which we can see go into multiple different parts, that Häfele and Decor offer throughout our programs. What I would like to mention is we call it a plug-and-play system. What I mean by that is, we're not going to have an electrician that it is required. But to further that, when I say plug and play, the fashion in which Decor delivers their cabinets with the lighting already pre-installed for you has taken the play actually even out of the equation once it reaches wherever you may be. Right now, all we have to do is plug it in. Plug it into the distributor with the lead hanging out of the gable, and then plug it into the wall. So now you're having your installer show up on site, installing that kitchen, and it's completely done the same day. All you need is an outlet. And if we're already comfortable with lighting, how do we take it to the next level? Well, we can get sophisticated using an app. And you don't have to be tech geniuses. Häfele's created an app that can work with a Bluetooth system that is very user-friendly. Here we can customize scenes, create schedules, right? If you're away in Mexico and you want your lights to turn on at 6 o'clock every day, you can do that. If you want to wake up in the morning and have your lights turn on at the same time your coffee maker turns on, you can do that. If you have friends coming over for a glass of wine at 9 o'clock and you want to tune your light to match the atmosphere that you want to present to your guests, you can do that. And it's all through Häfele's Connect Mesh app and our Bluetooth availability, and furthering it into that with our voice control. So really bringing that smart home innovation, pushing the envelope in terms of what is possible and what we can do. And there are selling tools available. We have Häfele resources available online. We have the Decor Academy that is a great resource, and they are hugely knowledgeable in everything lighting. And I look forward to continuing to grow with Decor and hopefully with each and every one of you on pursuing that agenda of getting light in every single piece of furniture within our homes. So let's get inspired. So here we're going to look at a few different rooms, we're going to look at a few different images of the exact same room, but let's pay attention to where that lighting is being placed. Maybe in your own minds you can think, what purpose does this lighting serve? Is it serving a task? Is it going to be decorative? Is it going to be ambient lighting? So here we see our toe kick lightings and our under cabinet lightings. I think we talked about our toe kick lighting as a safety feature as a study at the University of Manitoba. Then we have our under cabinet lighting, which is something that we commonly see. Before it used to be our little puck lights. We're seeing more and more strip light. So now we're throwing a party. What else can we do to make the space more welcoming and inviting and exciting? Let's add more light. Ambient lighting up top, maybe some decorative lighting on the back. And if you notice that we have different colors of lighting as well. So the left side will look a little bit different than the right side. So the way we manipulate the color of light can actually manipulate the colors that we choose for our kitchen. So I think we spend all this time on picking out our color palette, our textures, what surfaces we're going to use within our kitchen, but we're not utilizing it necessarily with the light that may or may not be in that home. So with tunable light, we can continually change and kind of, curate our own design within our home live. Relax. So again, just removing a little bit of light and seeing how placing light in one area and removing it can create different scenes. So again, we're looking at the same kitchen, different lighting profiles. We're cooking, working, dinner, and relaxing. Can anyone picture themselves in any of these rooms? How does it make you feel if you were to sit in each of those rooms? Do you see yourself accomplishing what you wanted to do? Do you see yourself kicking back? Or would you change it to suit your own needs? I think that's what's special about lighting, is every single person is different in what they like. So the ability to change it is huge. Standby, family time, cooking, buffet. Looks like a lot of wine for a buffet. But again, using light to its full capability. That's what we just want to really highlight, is there is no limit to lighting. We limit ourselves in thinking that light just goes underneath of a cabinet, when in fact, light can go on top of a cabinet. It can go on the toe kick. It can go inside of a cabinet, inside a door, whether it can be with a sensor switch, a flip switch, a wall switch. Honestly, the options are endless, and it's just up to our creative minds to push that envelope forward and create something new and exciting and innovative. You're going to talk about the morning. I know that picture for me in the top left would be sneaking downstairs 3 o'clock in the morning, not wanting to bang my toe, but there's a piece of chocolate cake in there waiting for me. Creative. Looks like a warm, inviting workspace. Kids are doing homework. It's open. The light's not too bright, but it's not too dark. Family dinner, romantic candlelight dinners. We can even look into the restaurant space. Lighting plays a huge role in every single space. Doesn't matter where you go. Lighting plays a role. When you take a photo of your project when you're done, is there lights that you guys have brought in? Is there a filter you guys add? Are we manipulating any part of it? Any manipulation that we do to a photo or to a room is usually utilizing some form of light. Again, we see light being used behind the cabinet, behind a bed frame. As we switch it, we're gonna see this whole light room transform into something that would be maybe out of a movie, maybe with, I don't know, Brad Pitt. I could see him in this spot here. It's kind of that high-end kind of class, right? But we look at what light did. It made that cool, funky looking place just look like somewhere where I just want to go in and crawl into bed and get cozy. Utilizing light on our internal gables. Are we going to have a door on it? Are we not? What kind of shelf are we going to use? What's going in that cabinet? Do we want to put that light at the front? Do we want to put it at the back? Do we want to direct that light using an extrusion to shine back, protrude forward? So I mean, where the options of light are truly endless. Here we go again with the handleless. What is that we call, I think it was referenced as lost space in our cabinet? What if we didn't see it as lost space? What if we could implement light in there and actually make that space look larger? So lighting is absolutely everywhere. Even if we look around in this room here, there's a lot of light. I got stage lights, decorative lights, ambient light. Everywhere you go, think about it, where you see these lights. Wonderful. So as we could see throughout that video, we saw light used in probably 35 different spaces throughout our home. And the lighting was found in almost every single piece of furniture. And that's the direction that we're going with lighting. Truly maximizing the value of the space using lights. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. And I hope I accomplished what I set out to do, that in the 30 minutes, I would hopefully demystify lighting a little bit. That would inspire each of you to either begin, continue to push that envelope to get lighting in every single piece of furniture. I'm going to be here tomorrow at the showroom, so if there are any other localized questions that you would like to ask me about, I will definitely be available and there for you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Chris. It's inspiring to see how the lighting can change all the places that we live. I had one question come in. LED lighting offers so much control and tunability for lighting levels and colors. Do you ever get asked for circadian lighting systems? Circadian lighting is said to have health benefits.
So I think for me, I personally haven't. That might even be a question, maybe more for the design group themselves, would be, have you ever been asked to design a light system to function with your circadian rhythm? Everyone's circadian rhythm will be a little bit different, but I think that's the idea behind our smart technology and utilizing our app, is you can customize it to your own life, your own lifestyle. Whether you're going to be, asleep at 8 and up at 5, or are you, a night dweller and sleeping in a little bit during the day. But that's the ability with our lighting, is being able to really control from start to end.
Energy efficiency question. For daylight integration, do any of the Häfele systems include sensors and automatic dimmers to keep lighting at set points?
I wouldn't know for certain. So that one would be one I would like to follow up on. There are motion sensors, but in terms of, say, maybe how our phone might function throughout the day with automatic brightness, I would have to double check on that for you.
Find him at the showroom tomorrow.
Please do. I'll have an answer for you tomorrow. And if not, maybe it's somewhere that we can look to innovate together.
Okay. That concludes the session. Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.